Tired of long waits and rushed care at the ER and urgent care clinic? Next time, stay home and let Dispatch Health bring the power of the hospital to you.
I call Dispatch Health. A care team of medical professionals actually come to your house.
They're the same caliber of people that you would see if you were at a hospital or an urgent care.
Dispatch Health can treat most non-life-threatening emergencies.
They can do the x-rays, they can do stitches,
urinary tract infections, blood test, urinalysis, ultrasound.
It's almost everything that they can do at the ER.
You never feel rushed. They're there for you and only you.
I felt like their only patient.
And it costs no more than a trip to urgent care because Dispatch Health is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. See if we serve your home at dispatchhealth.com.
Dispatch Health really went above and beyond.
It's wonderful to have care come to your home.
House calls are back, and they're better than ever. Learn more at dispatchhealth.com.
Hi, welcome to the Fraudcast.
It's so exciting.
Yes. But we digress. Our new version of the podcast has officially launched. Everything's up and running. The fraudcast.com, the Facebook group, the store, all of that is up and running. Please go check us out at thefraudcast.com. Check out our merch, check out all the other episodes. We started with the Unsolved Mysteries series. That first episode is dropped, and we are now also continuing our Sister Wives coverage. So this is Sister Wives season 17, episode 8, called Hang On With Me. Okay.
I can't believe we're on episode 8 already.
I know.
It's like going by so fast.
I know, but I feel like there's still so much left. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that they've shown, and that like what's supposed to happen. Like there's just so much packed into 1 hour episodes. And this is, one of the things about 90 Day that we started getting disenfranchised on a while back is when they started making these 2 hour episodes, but there's nothing in them. Like there's nothing of substance. So they're just these long drawn out, lots and lots and lots of recapping previously on and re-showing all these episodes. And there's just so much filler and so much garbage. And it was just like this 2 hour shows that there's not a whole lot. Contrast that with these Sister Wives episodes. I feel like all of a sudden they're over and there's just so much that has happened,
Right. And it's like they're not doing much, right? They're not going anywhere, but it's yet the content is still, there's a lot more there.
There's still,
I agree.
Yeah. And I have to pause a lot while I'm taking notes to make sure I get everything. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's so much going on and I want to make sure I get every last word this, easy bake oven that is Kody says. Right.
He keeps getting worse and worse. We keep talking about it, but I think this episode takes the cake on a lot of that.
So far. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. So this is called, Hang On With Me. And they open with the previously on, they show a little brief of the failed priest. He says he's the high priest of his family, but also a failed priest. He's the high priest of his family. Oh, for fuck's sake. So we open with the Christine packing and Kody whining that Christine needs him to do shit and he doesn't want to do it. So she's like, take your shit out of my garage. And he's like, I don't wanna.
Mm-hmm.
And he whines about not having a corner, not having spot, not having anywhere for it to go. He has Robyn's house, he has Meri's house. And so they talk about how he has duplicates of so many things, right? He has like quadruple what he needs.
Yeah.
Because he has stuff he in theory had stuff at every house, right?
Right.
But now,
except for Mary's, because they said that he hadn't kept stuff at Mary's for a while.
Yeah, he hadn't kept stuff at Mary's for a while. And Christine just packed his shit up. And so he doesn't have stuff there anymore. And now Janelle is in the RV on the property, so she doesn't have any of his stuff. So all quadruple of everything that Kody owns is all in Robyn's house because poor Meri doesn't even warrant storing his crap at her house, even though she has this like gigantic mansion just for her.
It's got to be at like 2,500 square feet plus.
At least.
I like how I said 2,500.
There's not a room there that you can, make as Kody's storage. I guess that would mean Kody would have to go over there to see any of his visit his stuff, and then that would mean he would have to talk to Meri. And that's just not something he can do. I don't know.
She's selling her queen or her king size bed.
Oh yeah.
And he was upset about that. That was like,
so she is selling off. Like, I think that, I'm trying to find. I know I wrote down notes about that because she did say that she is selling her bedroom set. It's a king size bed, and she has all these memories on there. Particularly, she gave birth to all her kids there. Of course, it was the marital bed with her and Kody and all this stuff, and now she just wants it gone. She wants everything gone. Bittersweet because that's where she gave birth to her babies. I guess you're, a home birth mom that's going to have that, but the other small dick energy that was attached to it, she just wants to get rid of that, right? And I am so on board with her. I did the exact same thing. My question is
well, who's gonna buy it? It's hey, this is my king size bed that's 20 years old. It birthed 6 babies on it, and no,
I know, is someone gonna actually buy that mattress, or is she just selling the actual furniture part?
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope she's not selling the mattress, but just the actual
no, I doubt that. But still, the bed. I mean, I think of home births. I'm thinking, ooh, that's a lot
on those beds. Well, I'm sure they put the waterproofing and all that stuff. But
I'm just saying, yeah. I hope she sells it, Christine. Get your money.
Yeah,
get your money.
Yeah. So he's whining, blah 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 blah. She's trying to get Kody to take lots of stuff. Right, because she wants to take as little as possible and just start over fresh. Get that? I did that when me and Baby Frauded's dad split up. I basically got all new furniture. I took the couch and love seat and stuff, but it, my bed and dressers and all that. I started fresh, right? Mm-hmm. So she wants to do that when she moves to Ohio.
Ohio.
Sorry, you talk. I don't know.
You're probably thinking about me going to Ohio.
Yeah, but probably. That's why I look at you and I say, and then I was also just talking to one of my girlfriends who lives in Ohio. We were actually just talking about the Adelphi murders. Do you know?
I just saw that they were having the conference today.
They had a press conference this morning because they caught this guy. They were watching it. My girlfriends Natasha and Melissa were watching it. There's supposed to be more coming out. I guess there's something on HLN tonight, some new episode about it. There's not a lot of information that came out, but they did have this guy. It sounds cryptic as hell because they haven't released any information about how they died and all this, which leads us to believe that it was really gruesome and they don't want that out there. Yeah. But we hope that there's DNA. The guy at the press conference said something about thanking the labs that were involved. So we're hoping that was code for there's DNA evidence linking this guy. But there's not a ton out there yet. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's anyway, diversion. We digress. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. See, this is what happens. That's why the podcast is We Digress.
Tired of long waits and rushed care at the ER and urgent care clinic? Next time, stay home and let Dispatch Health bring the power of the hospital to you.
I call Dispatch Health. A care team of medical professionals actually come to your house.
They're the same caliber of people that you would see if you were at a hospital or an urgent care.
Dispatch Health can treat most non-life-threatening emergencies.
They can do the x-rays, they can do stitches,
urinary tract infections, blood test, urinalysis, ultrasound.
It's almost everything that they can do at the ER.
You never feel rushed. They're there for you and only you.
I felt like their only patient.
And it costs no more than a trip to urgent care because Dispatch Health is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. See if we serve your home at dispatchhealth.com.
Dispatch Health really went above and beyond.
It's wonderful to have care come to your home.
House calls are back, and they're better than ever. Learn more at dispatchhealth.com.
So Christine says that she and Kody worked this out. Kody finally agrees to this where she's taking the house and she gets her equity and then she can sell it and keep the money. And then she's just handing over her rights to the property to Kody and the rest of them. And that's clean and nice and easy. he was talking about wanting, or she was saying like, if you want to go down the 50-50 road of the house, because he's whining about wanting the house money or whatever, then if you want to go down that road, then Christine gets, 50-50 of everything, including Robyn's house. Now, I don't know what the community property laws are and who actual marriage. And I don't know if you're not married and this and that, what counts. Don't know what those state laws are in Arizona. So I don't know what she would be entitled to, but I would suspect that she would be entitled to a lot more than just her house.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
If they brought all the lawyers and stuff into this. So she just wants that. She's like, hand over free and clear. Right. And it's just nicer and cleaner and that. He finally agrees to this.
Shocking.
I know. But he also, in his talking head, he talks about that it's Robyn's house or Janelle's or whatever, like Christine, not his. So Christine wouldn't have access to it. I don't know. No, he doesn't understand the rule. I don't understand the laws, let alone Kody doesn't understand dick about how that,
Yeah.
The state, if there's no custody order, the state's going to take custody of the kid. No. Stop.
I'm not even a lawyer. I didn't go to law school, but I know that's bullshit. Like, that's common sense to me.
Right.
I don't know. Whatever.
So he finally agrees to that trade, but he's still complaining about having to pay off the property. Well, he has to pay off the property regardless. He doesn't get some windfall because Christine is deciding to take off. She gets something too, right? Janelle's the only one that says, yeah, it's clean and easy. Of course, it's easy like Kaya's mom. Kody is in denial about being in denial. Is that Kaya?
No, it's Charlie. He's looking at me like he's about to bark, and I'm like, no. Don't do
I couldn't tell the way you're. I don't know. It could be Kaya. It could be Charlie. Who knows?
Oh my gosh, this dog.
So Cody's in denial, and he says that he just in denial about being in denial. He talks about memories, about good memories, I guess, but whatever. I don't know. He's just whatever. He says, I guess I gotta get used to this because this is the way it is. Yes, Kody, get used to it. Welcome to the party, Kody. Everyone else has been here for years. Where the fuck have you been?
And it's the way it's been. Obviously, he didn't have anything to do with her for a long time. So I don't know what's the difference.
Well, the difference is that now she's exercised her own mind and made a decision that he didn't dictate. And now his poor little man ego is all hurt. He's all full of the butt hurt. So Janelle, and then we go to Janelle in the RV, and she talks about how it's a lot more work than she expected, but she is loving being out there on the property. Cody's like, oh, it's such an inconvenience. She's dealing with a new problem every day. They're trying to figure out the water solution. I do love that this whole thing has resulted in him doing a bunch of extra work.
Yeah. He's pouring the water in. He's taking the garbage out. He's complaining about it the whole time. Shocker there. He's blaming her for this. This is your fault. I didn't want this. This is your decision.
But he still has to do all this extra work.
Yeah. Like, shut up and just do it. Yeah. And I'm looking around. I'm like, wow, it looks really nice out there.
Yeah. Like I'm not much for camping, but I could sit outside an RV around a fire and just enjoy the night space. You know what I mean? As long as I'm sleeping inside afterwards, I'm fine. And RV is perfect for me for that regard. I don't care. I don't pay money to sleep like a homeless person. So camping isn't really my thing. Okay. Janelle talks about Savannah having a rough time and that Janelle's trying to get it figured out for her. Savannah's just like over the situation. It's rough. And so Janelle's just trying to make it better for her. And I love that she's just digging in and she's like, yeah, it's harder than I anticipated, but I'm doing it. And basically what's unsaid is everybody else can fuck right off. I don't care.
Exactly.
So then we go to the bulk of this episode, like the meat of this episode is Meri and Robyn talking to each other, right? About everything.
Oh, this is just awful.
This
is what got me so
awful.
Angry.
If you didn't, before I hated Kody, and sort of hated Robyn, and I didn't get Meri. Now I hate all of them because Robyn and Meri are both trash also. Robyn's
I think Meri is just like, I think she needs to get help, honestly. And this is not being mean. This is like literally, I think she needs some sort of therapy intervention because she is not even living in the same world we're living in.
No.
And I just feel really bad for her. I really do. Because I'm like, what is she hearing herself?
I know.
Crazy.
So Meri's basically like, her comments are, how are you doing this? How are you breaking up our family? Which translates to me as like, why can't you be as miserable and gaslit as I am?
Yes.
You know,
why can't you just deal with it?
You know
what I'm doing.
They bring up the Meri brings up the catfishing situation basically. So she says how she went, she was unhappy, right? She was unhappy. She wasn't getting love. She sought it out somewhere else. She got it from this catfish person, right? Kody gets mad, tells her, you can't do that. So she goes, oh, okay. And so she comes back to Kody, but because of the catfishing situation, Kody now uses that as an excuse of not to love her. So he gaslights her into staying and accepting everything, but he has then withdrawn his love from her.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's in the same place she was before the catfishing, only she's even more miserable now because she doesn't have anything. Right.
But it's okay because they're still married. So
she's still a sister wife.
Right. She's still sister wife. So everything's really just okay.
Meri says she's frustrated, didn't trust herself to say anything during the bombshell when Christine, was revealing this. She's like, it's their relationship, but it affects us too. Robyn describes it as a bomb going off in the family. Janelle's like, is it a family anymore? And it looks different,
Mm-hmm.
The whole conversation to me is so insulting to Meri. She's sitting there telling Kody to work it out with Christine. But what about Kody working it out with her?
Right.
What? Like, I don't,
right.
It's so bad.
It doesn't make any sense. And then she's like, yeah. And then she's telling Christine that she should have stayed and whatever, but it doesn't, her and Robyn both like, they needed to work it out. No, Christine stood up for herself and she wasn't going to sit there and take it anymore. Like learn from her.
She didn't try to work it out. Cody didn't care enough to fight for Christine or Meri.
Exactly. You can't change somebody's feelings towards someone. You can't just all of a sudden be in love with them again. I mean, if it's over, it's over. And I think he was done with it for a while. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Too much is broken. Robyn says that Kody still has to figure out his other marriages. Cody's like, give me some time to deal. Give me some time to be angry. Like, dude, you've been angry for years. It's not the divorces. It's not the divorce, but you're just always
his ego. His ego is hurt. That's what it is.
And Robyn's talking about, just how because she's the only one he spends time with. So he's always angry and bitter because she's the only one that sees him. Right. And that's what he's bitter and angry about this situation, about Christine, not about Meri. Meri says that she had confirmation from God that she's supposed to stay, and she still believes that. And then she says, and this pisses me off, why did she, meaning Christine, come into the family if she was going to do this? Why does anybody get married if they're only going to get divorced? We don't know that we're going to get divorced when we get married. Yeah. Although, I don't know, some people arguably, but she didn't come into the marriage 20 something years ago and then have 18 million kids with him and be part of this whole life with an intent to leave. It happened because Cody's an asshole.
And these women, when they married him, they were extremely young, naive. They were so involved in the church and everything else that I don't think they had that like perspective, that world perspective yet. So
yeah, they have different views.
Right. So they have grown and changed just like all of us do. And you either grow together or you grow apart. And obviously they grew apart. Christine didn't want that anymore. Kody did not support her or any of the wives except for Robyn.
Can you tote it, but you just need an egg? Or maybe you have all the eggs. Do you even know what your ovarian reserve is? Did you know that 1 out of 6 couples struggle with infertility? Seriously, that's a staggering statistic that most people don't know or aren't ready to talk about. But we need good data and information about our bodies in order to have informed conversations with our doctors and make the best decisions for ourselves and our futures. What if I told you that you could get important fertility insight without going to the doctor or even leaving home? The traditional guidance with fertility has been just wait and see. I know, I've been through it myself. There's got to be a better way. But now we have tools to help us plan for and track everything in our lives: wellness, finances, careers, school. Why is fertility still just wait and see? That's why Modern Fertility was created. It's an easy and affordable way to test your fertility hormones at home with a simple finger prick. Mail it in with a prepaid label and you'll get your personalized results within 10 days. You'll get insight into your hormone levels, your ovarian reserve, aka how many eggs you have compared to other women your age, like can you tote your own egg or do you need somebody else's egg, and other really important fertility factors. The results go deep into what every hormone means, and you can also download the results to review with your doctor for the next steps. Traditional testing can cost over $1,000, but Modern Fertility gets you the same information at a fraction of the price. If you go to modernfertility.com/fraudcast, you can get $20 off your test. Also, if you have an HSA or FSA, you can put those dollars towards Modern Fertility, which is great. If you want kids today or maybe one day in the future, clinically sound information about your body now can help you make the right decision that's right for you. Right now, Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/fraudcast. That means your test will cost $179 instead of the hundreds or thousands it could cost at a doctor's office. Get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/fraudcast. That's modernfertility.com/fraudcast. Did you know that 30 million women are impacted by weakened or thinning hair? If you're among them, know that you're not alone and that there is a solution that you can trust to deliver results. Millions of Americans experience thinning hair. It's more than common. It's actually normal, but it's not openly talked about, especially among us women. Going through it can feel lonely and frustrating, but it's time to change that conversation and join the thousands of women who are already standing up for their strands with Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve your hair growth, thickness, and visible scalp coverage. Nutrafol supports healthy hair growth from within by targeting the 5 root causes of thinning: stress, hormones, environment, nutrition, and metabolism through whole body health. Nutrafol has 3 unique formulas to support women through all stages of life, including postpartum and menopause. Each formula is physician formulated using natural, drug-free, medical-grade ingredients in consistently effective dosages so you get the most reliable results. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after 6 months. Over 3,000 top doctors and stylists have recommended Nutrafol as an effective and high-quality solution for healthier hair. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering the promo code FRAUD to save $15 off your first month's subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, and it's only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus, free shipping on every order. Get $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code FRAUD. Christine says she came into the family to be an equal. Like she joined the family as an equal, and she no longer was. So that wasn't okay with her. Janelle says, why would Meri say that Christine has to stay even though she's unhappy? So yeah, Janelle's like, why does Christine have to stay when she's unhappy? Meri's saying it, of course, because she stays when she's unhappy, so therefore everybody else has to, and she's getting really mad because Christine leaving shines a big old light on her own situation, right? And she's has to look in the mirror about her own situation. But here's the thing. Meri's kind of like the epitome of we accept the love we think we deserve. You know, would you agree? I don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, she's obviously broken. She's got a lot of her own issues going on. And I think that that's why I'm like, she needs help. She needs to figure out who she is and what she wants. And then, you know, later on, Kody made a statement to Christine about she's moving to Utah to find a husband. No, Christine has found herself. She's found herself. She doesn't need a man. So I think that Meri needs to get to that point where Christine's at, where it's like, love yourself, and then the rest will follow.
But she can't, because Cody's done such a number on her, I think, you know. Meri says people ask her all the time.
You just read exactly what I was going to say. I'm sorry. That's crazy.
Why she stays. And she always comes back to a peace with it, because God told her to stay. So she's at peace with it. Robyn is thankful that Meri's a sad sack and asks her to, quote, hang on with me. Okay. We have to rebuild. Like it's a fucking island after hurricane devastation.
Yeah.
Which
rebuild,
I mean, okay.
What's left? I mean, there's nothing left to rebuild.
I know.
I mean, it just, I don't know. know.
What is she expecting? Like, for Kody and Meri to rebuild their relationship?
Right, because that's obviously not happening.
Janelle and Kody to develop a more normal relationship, for them to bring another wife in, because Robyn's the only one that has any kind of like marriage with Kody, an actual relationship with him. So what is she talking about rebuilding? Christine's not coming back. Cody's not going to start loving Meri. Like it's broken. Do
you think that Kody would take on another wife?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
The nanny.
I think the nanny. I think it would be like after some of the kids are a little bit older, so you could have more control again and kind of start over.
Yeah, start over.
Yeah, like I didn't
patriarchy. First... You're joining the patriarchy. Sign here to sign over your rights to the patriarchy.
Some sort of contract.
This whole thing is so gross, because he's not coming back ever to Meri, right? Yeah, he has no intention of fixing things with Meri. He literally wants you to live alone forever.
He actually wants her to find someone else.
Meri, I think he's sending her to Utah. How the fuck is it okay with you to live in that situation?
No, my gosh. Can you imagine? I think we talked about this before. Like, if somebody told me, hey, I hope you're happy finding someone else, that's my cue to go and never look back.
Right?
Like, okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm out. I don't understand how somebody could sit there with someone after they said that about them.
I know, and it's so horrible. And this is just what we see on camera. Like, can you imagine if he's doing this stuff on camera and saying these things on camera? Can you imagine what it's like behind the scenes?
Right. And how is Meri showing up to any sort of family functions or doing anything with the family if she's just being like thrown to the side like that? Is she showing up to these functions?
She is, because she's a sister wife and this is her family and she started it, and damn it, she's going to stay till the bitter end.
Because I feel like somebody said that she wasn't as active. Yeah, this was like in a few seasons ago. Like, she wasn't as active in the family. So if her kid is grown, she's not active in the family. What is she doing in that big house all by herself then? If she's not spending time with the family, I guess. I mean, just get out. You can be alone somewhere else.
Right. But this is, and now in this conversation, Robyn is gaslighting Meri into staying too. Like, and this is why this part makes me so angry at Robyn, because she is so gaslighting Meri now, like Kody is. So, whatever. But Robyn also says she wouldn't blame Meri if she decided to give up. But notice how she phrases it. If you give up, and Meri's never going to give up, you know, it has to be phrased as like Christine didn't give up. She she finally, gave in and was like surrendered to the fact that Cody's a dick and she's more important. And this is,
Right. And I still don't think Robyn's coming from a place of like hatred and evil. I think she's coming from a place of like being manipulated and controlled.
That's her own worldview is so whacked.
Yeah. And I feel bad for her because I'm like, I just want to snap and be like, wake up. Like,
Robyn and Meri talk to him about jealousy. They have a flashback to Meri and Kody, how Kody would feel if the tables were turned. They have this little brief talk about if the wives had brother husbands.
Disgusting.
Robyn talks that Kody would have a huge issue if there were brother husbands. Of course. They talk about how the kids are only hearing one side of the story, which like that's why they hate Kody and love Christine. No. Fuck that. They're not blind. Okay. They see how Kody treats her and who he shows up for. And it's not Christine. And it's not Meri.
And it's not them.
And it's not any of them. Yes.
Yeah.
They all know
easily. So if they're saying that, you know, okay, well, they're only getting one side of the story. Well, then why is nobody else talking to them about it?
Then talk to them, Kody.
Right. They're your kids.
Yeah. Meri says, do you think this was coming before Flagstaff? And Robyn's like, yeah, she was talking about this before Flagstaff. Meri seems surprised. Robyn cries.
Which makes me think that Meri and Christine have no relationship, that they're not talking at all. If Meri didn't even know that.
It's always been Meri and Robyn and Christine and Janelle. That's always been like that. Oh my God.
But remember, love is multiplied and not divided. What happened?
Love should be multiplied. My dogs are going crazy.
I
think Hetero Life Mate just got home, maybe. My dogs are going nuts downstairs. So Meri says she hasn't seemed happy for a really long time, talking about Christine. So yeah. And that's not okay. Here's the thing. She's not unhappy. I mean, she's not happy. She's been unhappy for a long time. And it's not okay. It is okay to change your situation so that you will be happy. Robyn says that
maybe she doesn't feel like she has the support or what? Like, why won't she just like leave? I don't get it. Whatever.
Because she's so brainwashed. Robyn then says she would be okay with Christine living on the property and dating. Like that mentioned before, like Kody, like, why can't she just still live here and go about her life? Live on this polygamous compound with you, but date other people? Like, what? Who?
I think it goes back to her view on the family and like the family as a whole, because she did make a comment in the past about how when she was looking for a husband, she didn't care so much about the romantic part about it, but that he'd be a good family man and a good father, which is funny because Kody's not. Yeah. But so I think Robyn's mindset is like, let's still keep this family intact. It's like, what? It's not really.
That's not normal. That's not healthy. Yeah. Let her have her boundaries. God. Then we go to the Meri talking about the catfish situation. She says, I knew what I needed from Kody and I wasn't getting it. She told him not to stay here and they took a break. And then he takes that as kick him out and never come back. So that's what happened there. And I have to go back and rewatch some seasons because there's some seasons that I missed. And I think that might have been one of them because I don't remember all of that. And now, like everybody else, we're all going to go do what you did during COVID and watch all the other seasons. She says the catfish happened because he was being mean to her and she needed love from somewhere. But now he's using it as the reason that he's gone, which is bullshit. Because at work, like he guilted her into staying, but she came back to nothing. He left, but she's there. Meri says the problem isn't the plural marriage; it's all the other aspects. And sure, but if you're okay with that, then your mindset. I don't know. Okay, Meri.
Right.
Yeah, your relationship. You wouldn't be in a relationship with Kody. He divorced your ass to marry Robyn. Like that's what happened. We go to Kody and Brian in a truck driving back from a work thing. This is the guy whose wedding Kody, the failed high priest, officiated. Look, it's a nice business trip with no masks, and good thing you didn't go to the surgery and get yourself sick because you might have had to miss that boys trip with your bro, dude.
Yep.
Kody talked about how miserable he was before Brian's wedding and how he had called Robyn and was like, I can't marry them. I can't let them get married because, you know, he's the sole cause of marriage happiness. He then, Kody says that he's embarrassed by who he was going into that wedding because, Robyn set him straight. It was like, man up, asshole. Brian says he feels bad for both Kody and Christine, which is, why are they giving Brian a useless talking head interview? Like, what's the point of this? I don't know. She wants to sell the bedroom set. Good, be gone. Bad dick energy. Talks about the memories. Blah 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 blah. Kody says, one of the best lines. I feel so pathetic because I'm the divorce denier.
Divorce denier. I feel like you can use that on a lot of people. Divorce denier. in that reality world.
Yep. And then Christine, and this broke my heart. She's like, I gave him the best years of my life and he shrugged at me.
Yeah. Yeah. That hurt.
Yeah. It's like, I felt that. She wants to drop all the toxic energy, leave it behind and leave it in Arizona. You go, girl. I'm with you. Leave that bad energy.
Yes.
Here's the other thing. We talked about Meri being the epitome of like accepting the love you think you deserve. Christine also is here, right? Think about it, because
she's the opposite. Yep.
And this is probably why Meri is so angry, because Meri has spent years gaslighting herself into accepting the situation, right? And here's Christine saying, no, it's not okay. That's not okay. So what does that mean for Meri? So now Mary's angry because all of this, years of stuff is probably coming, on her. And she's starting to realize that she's in that anger phase, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't know what trauma happened in her childhood. I know she mentioned that like her mom's sister wives broke up, I guess. I think that's what she said. And so there's some sort of family trauma. And right. I think that that's preventing her from moving on as well. And for making her so mad at Christine for leaving, because she feels like she's breaking up the family. Yeah. Which the family was already broken up. So
yeah, it's like, but Meri doesn't realize that. Christine does, So Christine talks about moving Isabel to North Carolina and how Kody is not driving with her.
Shocker. Again, shocker.
Isabel's so excited to be moving that she's dancing. She is kind of sad to be leaving dad because, dad is sad sack. Gwendolyn and Truly are sad and are going to miss Isabel. She talks about awesome Caleb and Maddie's relationship is as a model. And Janelle says that this living situation can be healing for them all, because Caleb and Maddie do have a monogamous, healthy relationship where, Caleb is a super involved father to their kids and da 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 da. So it's like a normal functioning family, and Isabel gets to be around that and see. So Janelle is looking forward to that. I mean, obviously Maddie is her daughter. So, hey, Fraudcasters, fall is just around the corner. As the seasons change, now is the perfect time to reset and think about the little changes that you can make in your daily routine to better your health. Care of is a subscription service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your door every month. You take a short, fun, in-depth quiz about your lifestyle and health goals, and you get a personalized recommendation. You can choose from their recommendations about what they think is best suited for you, or just take the guesswork completely out of it and just use the results of the quiz. They get shipped to you in these individualized little packs with your name on them that have all your daily vitamins in that one pack, but you don't have to stress about the planet because they are made of plant-based compostable film. So you're doing a good thing, but you still get the individualized packs. And each shipment comes with a customized booklet showing you exactly what was in your individual pack and why it was recommended specifically for you and your health goals. For 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code FRAUDCAST50. That's 50% off your first Care of order. You go to takecareof, spelled TAKECAREOF.com, and enter code FRAUDCAST50.
Janelle seemed pretty supportive of it. Like, she seemed, supportive of Christine, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Janelle and Christine. Yeah, for sure. And Kody is officially the most clueless man on the planet. Everything was great in Las Vegas. Bitch, I watched the show. I saw you at your therapy appointments. It was not great. Wasn't like your first season in Vegas or one of the seasons in Vegas. Like the entire season was spent in the therapist's office because your relationships were so jacked up. Like, I watched that show. Yeah. Kody, you are clueless.
He's in his own world.
And then Isabel's saying, yeah, he has all these other kids. He can't be away. He get that long to come.
He can go to a wedding. I know she's just making excuses.
And here's the thing. It's like, he can be away from you for that, that long for you. One of his kids. She's clearly not convinced. She's just saying that because that's like the party line, but you can tell she doesn't buy into it. She's heartbroken. Kody's like, I wouldn't want to travel with Christine at this point.
Or any point, really.
Or any point,
but...
I know. He only wants his maskless, COVID-filled business trips with his bro,
Yeah.
His bro dude.
Dancing with women at weddings.
Right. Christine says the hardest part right now is that her kids don't have a relationship with Kody. That Kody doesn't get to see how awesome the kids are. But she also even says, the kids don't get to see the awesome side of Kody.
Yeah.
There was this good Kody, the man she married, and that he's just not that guy anymore. And they don't get to see the man that he once was. It's like, yeah, you never divorce the same person you marry, right?
Exactly. And I'm sure he did have good times. And he seemed like he probably was very fun and outgoing when he was there, when he was present,
Yeah. And then he says, I worked hard to visit with my children and to do something they like. No.
Define hard.
Revisionist history here. He admitted on camera that he doesn't. He pays other people to babysit his kids because he doesn't want to spend time with them doing things that he doesn't want to do. He said that repeatedly over and over. Why is he now Mr. Revisionist history being like, I worked hard to visit and to do something they like? No, you didn't make any effort to do dick. Oh, so frustrating. Scenes from next week. Christine's house is under contract. She's moving next week. Mary's angry. There's talk about you're supposed to go to the bishop and see if they allow us a divorce, whatever that means.
Yeah, Mary
Cody's
was
their
so
church.
like
Cody's their church, right?
Yeah, Christine's like, or Mary was like, yeah, Christine has to get a divorce through the bishop. I'm like, no, she doesn't. She was walking. She is not a part of that religion anymore.
Yeah. And then Robyn says that what makes her divorce is when she's with another man.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I can't wait to see what that means.
Like, is that how it works?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not cheating because the act of engaging in the sexual contact with somebody else is what makes you divorce. So that action wouldn't be cheating. Right?
I would love to know more about what that entails because that makes not a lot of sense to me. But and then I feel like they have so much focus on women finding new men. It seems like that's a repetitive subject
because
like,
they don't.
Yeah,
they don't believe that women can be anything on their own. Women are nothing without a man. Everything is around the man.
Oh, Christine's going to Utah to find a new man. Like, no, she's not. And this, new man. No. How about she just wants to take care of herself? Live her life.
Because in their view, their patriarchal view, women have to be completed with a man.
Yep.
And, I mean, that's all the sexist patriarchy, misogynistic, fundamental religion of these people who believe in polygamy for the sake of religion. Now, I'm not talking about people who believe in polygamy for the sake of polygamy, which is like seeking sister wife. None of those current people, most recent people, are doing it for religious purposes. So we're talking about, that's a whole other thing. But if this whole religion, and Mormonism too. I mean, Mormon, not fundamental, just like mainstream Mormonism is patriarchal by its nature.
I don't even know. I have no idea about the LDS church.
Yeah. Basically women are nothing without the man. And so that's why part of why I don't believe in Mormonism. And, there's all kinds of things to be said there, but this is the worldview that Robyn lives in. This is Kody land, which sounds like a really depressing amusement park. Let's all go to Kody land and climb on mountains of dirt. So that's where we are this episode.
I'm looking forward to next week because it seems like they're going to get to talking more and probably make me more angry.
I'm kind of okay. We've done all the talking, we've done the telling, and we've done everybody's reactions. I want to see what happens next. Let's see the next evolution of what happens with.
And can we have a spinoff for Christine?
Yes. Well, here's the spinoff TLC.
Yes,
where's
we need the spinoff?
Christine alone in Utah.
Christine, the single life.
Well, because it's all about her looking for a man, right?
Right. Or not, just live in the single life.
Exactly. Just and remember, when this all played out in real life, which was last summer, this all played out. And she had made a tweet saying, or an Instagram post or something, saying she didn't know how simple life could be. It was after she'd moved to Utah. And it was like, yeah, the rest of us, like I watch this stuff and I'm like, I have enough problems like keeping my husband out. You know, we call it husbanding. He'll come in like while I'm trying to watch the show, you know, and he'll come in and ask me questions and stupid things. So I have to like tell him, I'm like, no husbanding during this hour, you know. And that's like hard enough with just him. I couldn't imagine a house full of all these other people that are constantly like, I mean, I like people, but like,
I need my downtime.
I mean,
I need to hide in a closet, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like Kody, I get it. Hiding away for a few minutes.
I learned how to meditate using my closet. That's how I started meditating, was in my closet.
Nice.
I had a walk-in closet. It was nice and dark and quiet. And I just sat down there and I would sit there, and that's how I taught myself to meditate.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, now I do it all the time. Actually, I do a lot of it in my baths. I do guided meditations and stuff.
That's
like
awesome. That. Meditation is so wonderful.
Love it. Love meditation. Yeah, like just so here we go.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I mean, I guess that's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what we got for this episode, you guys. We will be back next week with more Sister Wives. And in between now and then, stay tuned for the next episode of Unsolved Mysteries, which will come out. The first episode is up. So if you want to listen to that, please jump over to that episode. It's the one right before this one. And give that a listen and come discuss that case with us if you are into all that as well. Thank you guys for joining us. Please stick around, come join the Facebook group, check out our website, leave us a review, subscribe to the show, help other people find us, and let us know if there's anything you want to see. That's all we got. Thank you.